I can't believe I just did that. I feel so pasty after this one. I'm touching my skin and like flakes of dandruff from my face are coming off. How does anyone look good post-run? Yeah, oh my god, ultra marathon. I don't think I'm going to be able to walk again.
My interest in running started off when one of my many cousins came to live in my family home a few years ago and just would sort of do a run around our local park, around 2 or 3k, and I thought, you know, just as a bit of bonding time I might join him, and I just started to really like it. Until about a year in, where all the running had meant that I had got an Achilles tendonitis injury that became chronic. So I think it's called a tendinopathy when it becomes chronic. So chronic that I saw so many physios and so many osteopaths and lots of different specialists that gave me a lot of different ways to rehabilitate my ankle. And unfortunately, it got to the point where I had this injury for about 3 years where it would hurt even to stand for long periods of time. So I had to give up running completely. And so during the pandemic, where I hadn't been running for ages, gyms were closed, but I wanted to do some type of physical activity, I woke up, the pain had gone by this point, but I hadn't tried running again. And it had been 3 years of no running at all. I then decided to run one day out of nowhere. And I just thought, it's a pandemic, no one's gonna know. You know, if it hurts, I'll hobble home or whatever. And I said to myself, the two conditions, I'm gonna go run, and until it hurts or I don't find this fun anymore, then I'll stop. So I left my house and just didn't stop until that happened. And that was 27 kilometers. And I ran to 27 kilometers and came back feeling thrilled, getting all those endorphins that I hadn't felt for so long. And my ankle wasn't hurting. I mean, I had pains, I had blisters. My body wasn't used to running anymore, so I actually ended up hobbling a little bit for that week.
Look, going down. Oh, shut up, why are you filming?
It's just one of those moments, you know, I want to treasure it.
What if I'm like this for the rest of my life?
But after that, after recuperating, I just tried to incorporate running for as long as I could before my ankle would hurt, still doing the rehab in parallel with what I was running.
Initially I was just going to do 5 or hopefully 10k, but yeah, 21 or past 21 kilometers, so half marathon. Yeah!
You know, without having the pressure of entering a legitimate marathon or ultra marathon competition where, you know, I'd have to wake up on the day and make sure I was feeling my best to even compete it. Why don't I just do it on my own behalf one day that I feel good? I'd never run a marathon before. The longest I had done before doing this was 2 30-kilometer runs.
Ooh, 30 kilometers, completely soaked. Got caught in the rain and stopped for a quick Lucozade because I only ate a banana. So I did this last time. I felt like I couldn't even walk for a few hours. I got like a Bolt home, an Uber home, but yeah, I feel great. Like I can skip. I feel really good. So yeah, and now 8 hours of coding. Woo!
And I just thought, why not? I chose Hyde Park. I measured the perimeter, not literally with a tape, but found out it was about eight rings around the perimeter of Hyde Park. I chose it because there's less traffic and people in the way, so I wouldn't have to sort of mildly stop or run slower for any people or cars coming towards me, because London's really busy like that. And I just thought it's now or never. I think I was at the peak of my running. I was running at this point probably at minimum once a week, and on average around the teens, 15 to 20 kilometers a week. And I'd completed a few sort of half marathons, like I said, and 2 30-kilometer runs. Those were my longest. And so yeah, I just thought, let's go for this. Never run a marathon. let's do an ultra. And 50 kilometers was I think the minimum of what the length of an ultra marathon would be. And you know, if it didn't happen, no one would know. You know, I didn't tell anyone that I was going to go. I think I told people that I was going to be busy, but I didn't say to anyone what I was doing. I was very lucky it didn't rain. I took a backpack with me. I'd never run with a backpack. Normally I run with a 1 litre bottle just under my arm or holding it, and just went for it basically.
Probably gonna get a cold now as I'm covered in sweat, but I can't believe it. That happened much sooner than I thought, and my knee didn't hurt at all. I'd cry, but I'm so dehydrated. There's just like salt pouring out of every pore of me. Oh my god, it's pasty. Salt.
I just had this backpack that I'd never run with that would sort of scrape my neck, so I actually wore a polo neck under the t-shirt that I normally wear.
I made a point to not sit down at any point of it. Like if I had to stop for like 1 minute to stuff a cereal bar or drink some water, I never sat down because I wouldn't be able to get up again. 50 kilometers ultra marathon. I'd never even run a marathon before. Didn't really plan it, apart from I knew that it was going to be a longer run because I had time today. But I just wanted to get over 30 kilometers, which had been my longest distance running. So yeah, I packed a little bag. Didn't even eat the sandwich that I packed. I literally only had 2 cereal bars this morning, and I've got some juice for sugar and 2 litres of water. And yeah, happened sooner than I thought. I'm so proud of myself. I just got a bit of a cough. Not corona, don't worry. Don't think I'll be able to stand up now. I just sat down as soon as I finished, and now I feel like death. So as you can see, I just changed clothes quickly. As in, didn't get naked in the park. I just had an extra t-shirt in my bag. I'm hobbling now. I have to get to the tube station, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. But yeah, the best run is the one where you have no, like, God, I feel drunk. No preconceptions of how long you're gonna go. Just say to yourself, I'll do a few Ks. You know, whatever yours is. Like my sort of runs that are sort of quite nice on my body are like 10 to 12 Ks. I'm like, so just do a little 10, 12 K, and it always ends up, I post my runs on Instagram, you see I do almost 10K more than that most of the time, because I don't have any expectations. This one, like I said, yeah, I knew I had the day off so I could run a bit more. I had my bag on, my rucksack on so tightly I can't put the other arm in now that I've taken it off. My butt and my thigh muscles, hamstrings, just ooh. Fuck, that's why I can't walk. You should see how I'm walking. Part of me got a bit cheeky again. So as I passed the marathon length, 42.2 kilometers, I think it is, I was like, oh, that was all right. Only, I can't do maths. Only 7.8 kilometers left for ultra marathon. I thought maybe I'll do a sneaky 60. Hell no. By the time I got to 45 kilometers, I think my body started to shut down. That's the first time I've really felt it. It hasn't sunk in. It'll sink in. 50 kilometers ultra marathon. Cannot believe I'm still standing, but I am. Could bloody skip. That's what I did last time. Yeah, I can't believe it. The knees held up, but I don't know, because with a tendonitis, they tend to hold up when you do exercise. It's when you sort of relax them, then they're like, nah, you shouldn't have done that exercise. So I'm not sure, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm blabbing again. Right, hair in the way. Right, okay, I'm going home. There, I should have just stood here. There's the tube. basically a whole potato, 2 fillets of fish and a tin of tuna with sweet corn, and then there's tomato sauce where I whizzed vegetables in and then some lettuce.
I think I had, during the 5 and a bit hours, so I did it fasted, that's when I run my best in the mornings, but obviously this is a massive run that I've never run that distance before, so I made sure I had like a peanut butter banana sandwich in my bag. I actually didn't even eat during the run. I only stopped in total, I think it was 25 minutes or so in the total 5 and a bit hours it took for me to run, where I would stop just to glug down. I think I had a bottle of juice with the 2-litre bottle I had in my bag, and to eat natural cereal bars. And yeah, the most amazing experience. I've seen a lot of people cry after it and all that, but maybe because I did it by myself, it was a bit anticlimactic because I stopped and I was like, yeah! Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that! Looking like a mad person in Hyde Park, and no one cared. They were just sort of going about their leisurely stroll, but you know, I knew what I did. So yeah, incredible experience, and I actually want to do it again. Maybe I'll try actually just running a marathon length to see if I can beat the 42 kilometers of the 50 that I did. And yeah, I just really look forward to doing any of that again. Unfortunately now it's winter, I'm not running as much, but definitely look back thinking that was the highlight of my 2021 year.